The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's basketball starts now.
Live from Shelbyville, high school basketball tonight on Glycod. You're watching the junior varsity game. The varsity game will tip at 7:30. Chris Labar along with our producer, DK Goss, Gary Forrest, our analyst, and Tenny Onateri on camera coach. This Oldham County team now 5-2 against a Shelby County group struggling at 1-5.
Yeah, you know, Shelby split about 10, 11 years ago, and they really have never yet recovered from that split. And fortunately for Collins, you know, they've been the benefactor. They're closer to Louisville. They'll get a lot more move-in kids and stuff. And, you know, a lot of times the split will set a school back some, but for Shelby it's been an abnormally long period of time for them to recover.
Oldham 5-2. You saw them on Monday versus Grant County. A come from behind win and did it the old-fashioned way, outscoring their opposition.
Very much so. You know, one thing that Oldham can do is they can score, and they generate a lot of it through their defenses. And they play a variety of different defenses, pressing style, and that allowed them to get back in the game.
Shelby County, we mentioned 1-5, fifth coach in the last 10, 11 years, and this program badly needs stability.
It does, and you know, you said it yourself, fifth coach in 10 years. There's been a lot of change, and it's hard to develop a program if you're going to change coaches every 2 years. And, you know, a lot of times there's a variety of reasons for those changes, but in the end, it's the kids that suffer from it and the community itself.
Colonels are coached by Koizer Hughes, and he is in his 9th season, the reigning 8th region coach of the year. He'll catch up with our Gary Forrest. That conversation when we return to Shelbyville after this on Glycod.com. Be right back.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling in LaGrange. For trusted on-time service, call Thompson at 502-817-3105. Thompson, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net.
This is Gary Forrest coming to you live from Shelby County High School, where tonight the Shelby County Rockets play host to the Oldham County Colonels. I'm here with Coach Coy Zerhusen of the Colonels. Coach, in the not-too-distant past, this was a great rivalry. But since the division in Shelby County of the schools, it's really kind of fallen off a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, anytime two schools, the school splits into two, and you get the turnover in coaches that Shelby's had recently, that you lose a little consistency. But Shelby's still, an athletic team. There's still a lot of pride in the school and this community, and it's still Oldham County, Shelby County. So there's the two winningest programs in the region, and there's a lot of people in the communities that look at this game as still one that matters. And so I think with the new coach, Coach Traylor, they're going to get back to being Shelby County of old and being, getting after it and being a big problem in this region.
Coach, I saw him play the other night, or you guys the other night, and it really looks like from the beginning of the season you've progressively gotten better, but you're still relatively a young team with kids kind of learning their roles.
Yeah, we're definitely an inexperienced team. Roles, situations, you just see it, when we're playing, that we can look really good at times, and then we'll have moments where, you look up and we're throwing the ball away and missing rotations and dropping balls out of bounds. And that's just going to happen because the speed is still new to these guys. And we're asking them to think, we're asking them to play hard, play together, and their minds are swirling. So, you see it slow down from time to time, and there's definitely bright spots. We're excited about it, and we're getting more bright spots and fewer mistakes, and that's all we can ask for them right now in December.
Okay, tonight, what about you guys against them? It seems like on paper it really is a game of tempo. You guys like to create that tempo, and so far they've been in the mid-50s and 60s.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to mix up defenses. They zoned Collins a lot the other night, so we're anticipating that a little bit. But they do have the athletes to get up and run. So hopefully we can dictate the tempo a little bit and get it up and down, but still bother them defensively and make sure they get tough shots. They don't have a lot of size, and so hopefully our wing can bother them and just cause disruption.
Looking back to the Grant County game the other night, I thought your kids played really hard. You can't ever fault their effort, and I thought it was probably a really solid game. And Grant is one of those teams I think a lot of people really underlook, and at the same time they've got a whale of a player.
Yeah, and they played so hard. I told Coach Utter after that game, that they battled, and it really took it to our guys, and it made our guys step up and play hard too. So hopefully we learned from that. Dylan Hammonds was a stud, and it was good for our guys to see. We do a scouting report that you got to do your job, or else a kid like that can go for 37. So it was a good eye-opening experience and a good learning experience, especially to get a win and to battle back the way we did. The second quarter was pretty rough, but we played really hard, and I thought did a lot of good things in the second half.
Well, you heard it from Coach Coy Zerhusen, where tonight the Oldham County Colonels play against the Shelby County Rockets here in Shelbyville. This is Glycod.com Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall, grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Back at Shelby County High School now for a look at your keys to the matchup from Robert Lane for Sheriff, committed to community. What's the most important tonight?
Tempo more than anything, Chris, and really it's one that suits either team, but sometimes just the opposite as applied. Oldham wants an up-tempo, make them play fast. If you're not used to practicing that way, you may score early, but you'll wear down. And Shelby doesn't have the numbers to succeed at it very long. For Oldham, you know, they do this all the time. And as a result, it'll be an ebbs and tide game. But that's why they average in the 70s and Shelby averages in the low 50s. So tempo will be the big key.
Got to score the ball, Coach. Shelby County from three, only 26%.
Just don't shoot it well. And, you know, once again, that's another reason that Oldham will get out, force tempos. The key for Oldham, they have to score to get into the press. And they've done that very well this year.
Colonels average 69 per Shelby County, 58 points offensively. Rockets are manned by their first-year head coach, first-year coaching ever at the varsity level as a head coach. It's Blake Traylor, and we will chat next when we return to Shelbyville on Glycod.com.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Tonight in Shelbyville, Chris Labar with Blake Traylor, coach of the Rockets. His team will host the Oldham County Colonels in 8th Region action. Blake 1-5 here to start your first season. Assess where you guys are here at the early phases.
No, we're still trying to find our identity. We're starting to get there. We got shut down right before the season started with COVID. Actually, I got it and another player both got COVID right before. So we felt like we were going along pretty good in preseason practices, and then getting shut down. We missed both of our scrimmages. So really the first week and a half felt like we were just trying to get our rhythm back. And I think we started to do that. We played pretty well against Collins. Ended up losing that game, but it was a really close battle. And then against the Iroquois the other night, we started out bad and then got down 18 points and came back and made it a 2-point game. So we're just trying to find consistency and being able to put together a full game. But I think we're on the right track, though. We're definitely trending in the right direction.
I know shooting, especially from three, hasn't been very good at 26%. How concerning is that at this point?
You know, the percentages don't lie, but I really believe that our guys are way more capable of what they've been shooting. There's been some of them been in the gym every morning lately. You know, it's not a long-term concern. I think we're capable of way more than we are, but it definitely has been an issue early on.
This program has such a mystique and history to it, dating back in the 60s and 70s and such. What did it mean to you when you were tabbed to coach this program?
You know, it was special. I'm not from here. I'm from Owen County, but always had such an admiration for this program. I graduated in 2009 from Owen County when Shelby County was really rolling before the split, and just always admiring them. My parents graduated high school from Owen County in 1978 and talk about just how special the 1978 athletics were here. So being tabbed as that definitely hits hard, and it really hit hard last Friday when we played Collins here. We honored Coach Eddie Mason, just the legacy that he left on this community. During the ceremony, I was looking at his family and Coach Greg Mason, who's the coach at center, and then I began looking up to the rafters, and it really kind of hit me. Our AD, Charlotte Marshall, had an honorary seat for Coach Mason at the front of our bench, and it kind of started weighing on me really heavily that just how many great coaches have come before me, and I don't take that lightly.
You referenced this split, to Collins. Since 2010, Collins has certainly had the upper hand. How close do you feel like this program is to getting back to where it was?
We're getting there. Like I said, we played them really tight last Friday. Last year in our first matchup with them, we were up 9 points going into the fourth quarter and ended up losing in double overtime. So we feel like it's closer than it's been. We've got some good young talent. We're still a pretty young team. We've got some good young talent coming up. We start 1 or 2 sophomores a game, depending on which one it is. And then, we've got a couple good piece in our freshman class, and we've been trying to build it from the youth up. We've got a Junior Rockets program going on our side of town. They play games on Sundays in a youth league, so we're trying to build it brick by brick from the ground up, and we feel like we've got to head in the right direction.
What's the key tonight versus Oldham County?
Handling pressure early. You know, Coy has always done such a great job of speeding you up, whether it be in a full court 2-2-1, a half court 2-2-1, a wide 2-3, just trying to make you uncomfortable at all times. Early in the season, we would get sped up. We've been handling it a lot better lately. You know, breaking pressure down and then not forcing the first shot that they want you to take. Being able to, we broke a press, but we don't have to just shoot it just because it's open. So I just really think playing at our pace, which we'll go when the opportunity presents itself, but we're not gonna force things early.
Comments from Blake Traylor, coach of the Rockets. We're back to Shelbyville in just a moment on GlyCod.com.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For your surprisingly great auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I started smoking probably around 11 or 12 years old, you know, and then within a couple of years, of course, it's just part of your life. I quit in 2012 on May 2nd, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, in the parking lot of the hospital I was about to get admitted to because my left lung had collapsed. I was in the hospital for over 2 months. And then I was home with a tube coming out of my chest for about 6 weeks after that. So, and that's when I was diagnosed with stage 4. And eventually I will probably die from COPD. I worked in the construction industry. I love to build things. In our old home, it was a fun place. And I built it all with my own hands, the walls, the ceiling, the floors. And that got taken away. We owned a boat, and I had to give it up. I couldn't physically handle it anymore. So we thought, well, let's maybe try to travel a little bit. So we bought a camper, and I had to give that up because I just couldn't, you know, it's physically demanding. So your world just keeps shrinking. When you lay in bed at night, you're by yourself, that's when it weighs on you.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on GlyCod.
Welcome back to Shelbyville. Chris Labar along with the coach, Gary Forrest. Our producer is DK Goss. Coach Forrest, this rivalry dates back many years. It doesn't look the same to have an empty, or almost empty, Shelby County High School.
Well, eerie is the term that probably comes to my mind, Chris. We never had freshman games with this few of people in it. Things have changed.
Colonels do lead the series since 2009, 15-13 since 99, and Oldham has won the last 11 in this series, and they certainly would appear to be the favorite tonight.
I think so. You know, it starts with the two kids that Oldham has back. They're two seniors. They're big men, and Shelby really doesn't have anything to throw up against those two. So, when you've got Burgess and then you've got Powell, that's a good start.
Sam Powell averaging 16 a game. He leads the Colonels in scoring. Hayden Burgess, 15 points, 7 rebounds. And then Max Green, a sophomore, has come on the scene like gangbusters, averaging 14.
Well, at the high school level, if you've got 3 kids that are in the mid-teens scoring-wise, that's obviously a plus for your team. And because they use sometimes up to 10 kids, they can get after you for a long time.
Let's take a dip in this Colonel pool a little bit. Oldham's 2 losses occurring on the road at Woodford by 12, then lost a narrow game at home to Doss by 2. Inside the region, Oldham is 2-1, defeated Simon Kenton by 18, and then Grant on Monday by 6. And a busy stretch for him, a 3-day tournament coming up next week.
Yeah, very much so. And, that's what December's all about, Chris, getting your team ready where people are ready to play. And as we were talking before the game, from what I've seen of the Colonels, they've improved every time out. They're not a finished product by any means. No team is this time of the year. But you go through ebbs and tides, and they're coming along sort of at the pace that he thought they would.
Oldham, 69 points per game offensively, only giving up 57. Defense has been the staple, the strong suit of this Koiser-Husen program.
Very much so. Constantly pressure. And what that does eventually, as mentioned earlier, you'll take shots that you don't normally practice, and that's what they want you to do, and then they're off and running.
Shelby County 1-5. The graphic on the screen during the trailer interview, since 2010, Gary, Shelby has only won 35% of their games. That coincides with the opening of Collins High School. Shelby's last trip to the Sweet 16 back in 2010.
Very much so. It used to be one of those, you circled your calendar. I know at Oldham we had the event of both South and North being created, but for the longest time, Shelby was that rival you wanted to play the most.
And Scott County up the street back in the heyday. You can speak to this. You had Oldham County, Shelby County, and Scott County all inside the 8th.
It wasn't uncommon that a lot of times all 3 of us would be ranked in the top 20 of the state.
Shelby County hosting Oldham County tonight. Lineups and tips straight ahead after this on Glycod.com.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, outdoor equipment specialists who make your life easier. By Metro Windows, installers of high-quality windows. By Thompson Heating and Cooling, where your comfort comes first. By LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. By Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home. by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley, Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, Roy's Body and Glass Shop, and by Lawson Financial. Now to courtside for all the action of Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Back to Shelbyville now for your starting lineups tonight, presented by Crestwood Coin Laundry. The Colonels, the visitors tonight. Oldham County 5-2, coached in year 9 by Koiser, Hughes, and Coy looking for win number 200 tonight. He's 199 and 58. A youthful starting 5. Max Green, 6'2 sophomore at 14 points, will join Kitten Schleister, a 6-foot senior, at 8 in the backcourt. Cooper Roush is senior, averaging 3 points. Hayden Burgess, 6'7 senior at 15, and 6-foot senior Sam Powell, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Again for the Colonels, it's Green, Schleister, Roush, Powell, and Burgess. Shelby County 1-5. They're coached in year 1 by Blake Traylor. Blake 1-5, former Collins assistant the last 5 years, preceded by a stint here at Shelby County. Kyrie Bishop, 6-foot junior guard, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Those are team topping for the Rockets. Dylan Ritchie, a 6-foot sophomore at 12. Jay Sean Marshall, a 5'11 senior, averaging 10 points. He'll be joined by Amari Downs, his 5'11 senior at 7. And Gavin Pruitt, a 6'2 senior at 2 points. Again for Shelby, it's Bishop, Ritchie, Marshall, Downs, and Pruitt. Take a look at the officials tonight. Rick Piscatelli, John Bossel, and Bo Jones. And the tap will be controlled and deflected out of bounds as you take a look at the officials here. And it will be Shelby County basketball. Downs will handle as the Colonels pick up in a straight man. There's Bishop, floats it in the far corner. And Marshall working against Sam Powell. Nice find underneath in the corner. Ritchie uncorks a 3, and the rebound corralled by Max Green. Green coming off a 13-point performance Monday versus Grant. As Schleister will find Green top of the key.
Shelby back into a 2-3, just daring the outside shot right now, Chris.
With Ritchie and Downs up top. Here's Burgess in the soft spot. It's Roush right corner for a 3, and the Colonels off to a nice start.
Very patient, reversed the ball, got the rip they wanted, and Roush for the made 3.
Here's this press that Coach Traylor was so concerned about. Shot going to be long from Bishop and collected by Burgess of Oldham. Colonels by 3, just over a minute gone by. Green, nice ball fake, top of the key, now slithers in the lane. Schleister has a stride. Roush dumps it down low. Burgess muscles it in.
Burgess patient, caught it, head fake, got the man up, turned and scored off the block.
Roush with a made field goal and an assist in this Colonels beginning, and a foul whistled in forecourt on Oldham. It'll be Schleister's first, 6-foot senior. And Marshall will inbound outside court, floated to Downs, the QB of this outfit. Downs pauses, and there's Bishop as the outlet left corner. Now Downs inside the lane, around the horn, Marshall. Left-hand shovel, not going to fall. Powell with the pinball rebound. And Green finds Sleester in a corner. Colonel's looking for a touchdown start. There's Roush in the corner and out of bounds on the sideline. Possession back to Oldham County.
Green with a little lackadaisical pass from out front. Needed to maybe dribble one more step in that distance where he could put something on it.
Green in backcourt. There is Roush. And Green pulls the trigger, and Oldham a sizzling start. Green a 37% marksman on threes on the year, and Shelby already with 2 turnovers and a Rocket 30-second timeout.
Well, that's what you don't want to happen, Chris. Unforced turnovers.
Back to Shelbyville after this on Glycod.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Powell with a made 3 as we welcome you back on the inbound. An 11-0 Oldham blitz to start. Bishop at the other end. Burgess with a rejection out of bounds.
Well, once again, when Oldham can score, they can set their press. And when they set their press, they force Shelby to shoot the ball quickly. And as of so far, hasn't been real successful.
Gavin Pruitt reels in the inbound, and he'll float it top of the key to Ritchie as the Rockets drive for the first 2.5+ minutes. There's a shot going to ricochet off, and Burgess vacuums in the Colonel rebound. Max Green will diagnose up top in the corner. Roush sets his sights. This one's short. Couldn't get it to creep over the lip of the rim, and the rebound lassoed by Marshall.
First miss by the Colonels tonight, Chris. Right now, 4 out of 5 shooting it well.
And Shelby County still on a bagel at 4:46. Trap far sideline and an Oldham foul as Marshall was suffocated. Max Green whistled.
You know, no foul is a good foul, but, you know, there is a case where Green just got a little lackadaisical and had the man doing what he wanted and got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Downs will nudge it near sideline. Bishop. Rockets did not want this start as Bishop angles it to Downs for a 3. That's going to horseshoe out. Powell had that ball taken away, and 2 free throws the net result as Marshall will strut the stripe.
Well, Powell had the rebound, but he did the big man Cardinal sin. He brought it down, and Shelby's guard was there to pick it, and as a result, he'll go to the line shooting 2.
2 free throws on the way for Jay-Sean Marshall. They've yet to put the numbers up on the Oldham guilty party on that foul. As Marshall's free throw will go down.
I'd be willing to bet it was Powell. Usually what happens when you make the mistake of giving the ball away in your efforts, you'll reach back in and foul.
So Marshall connects on 2. Shelby on the board. As Oldham County leads 11-2. Burgess, nice grab, and Roush with a spoon-fed pass. Levi Gilmore is on, backcourt reserve, wearing number 5. He's part of that double team, and Gilmore gets the deflection. Over to Roush for Oldham, and Roush stripped but fouled. First foul on Shelby. It's whistled on downs. Oldham will inbound. Green to float it in. And there's Burgess. Foul line extended. Gilmore tries a triple. And Oldham connecting on 4 made threes in this quarter. And a 16-2 blitz to begin. Bishop foul line. Down low, Pruitt angles it up. No, Pruitt back for seconds. And Burgess swipes it away. Green back to his backcourt companion Burgess. Back to Green. Rebound Roush. What a difference he's made thus far. And he'll float it back out to Green. Stop, start, basket. Green with 5, and Shelby in a heap of trouble. And a foul in backcourt. It's on Roush.
Well, the key anytime that you press, and the way that Oldham presses, is you don't want to make fouls. Now, that's easier said than done. The whole purpose of their press isn't really to steal the ball. It's to force you into speeding up and taking ill-advised shots.
Malik Stoner is in for Shelby, 5'5" junior, wearing number 1. You'll see him, the recipient of that pass right there, is Stoner. Puts it on the floor. Here comes the double. Bounces out between it to Bishop. Stoner angles it in the corner. The southpaw for a triple. And Dallas Mercer has Shelby on the board with their first 3-point field goal.
Well, that was shooting in the face of a 6'8" defender.
18-5 the count as Burgess has the defender on his hip. 2 more. Awfully easy when you catch it down that deep.
Very much so. And, that's a move he didn't necessarily make last year. So there's the improvement that you see in Burkett.
Burgess with a half dozen, and Justin Ruffin, a nice theft in backcourt. Head up to Burgess. He will run the floor and lay it in. Burgess with 8, and Ruffin with the assist. A timeout on the floor. Oldham County over Shelby County by 17. We're back in just a minute on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate. Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Chris LeBar, Gary Forrest, there you see the Shelby County huddle. And not the start they wanted, for sure.
No, everything could go wrong, has gone wrong. They've shot it fast. They've turned it over. That's led to easy buckets. And Oldham has shot the ball extremely well on the half court.
Just over 2 minutes in this first quarter. Shelby with 1 made 3. It was from Dallas Mercer.
And that might have been the hardest shot they took all night.
Yeah, Mercer buried in that deep corner, able to connect. As Ritchie brings it across for the Rockets. I beg your pardon, that was Downs, handed to Bishop. Here comes the double as Bishop will angle it out of the double team to Downs. Now Mercer baseline, and he shuffles his feet.
Well, the defense actually made the mistake. They went for the head fake, but in the offensive player's haste, he shuffled those feet. Once again, turnovers hurting Shelby.
Ruffin in backcourt, relays it over to Green. Now Burgess down low. It's going to trickle off the sideline. I thought it was anyway. Burgess there to capture for Oldham. Schleister a triple. And the putback in for Gilmore.
Schleister way too much time to think about it, but at the same time, Colonel's able to clean the offensive boards for the easy bucket.
24-5 Oldham, and a player control foul on the Rockets. Out of sorts against this press.
Well, once again, another turnover.
Ty Wendell is entering the game, a 6'2 senior. And Sam Powell back on as well.
Shelby trying all sorts of defenses now in the 1-3-1, and looks like they got the Colonels for a midcourt violation.
It's on Justin Ruffin. Had Possession on both sides of the floor, apparently. And the Rockets will trigger at side court. Trying to clean up this opening quarter in which they've spotted Oldham a 19-point lead. Downs in the corner. Extra pass, Bishop. Tries a three off the front of the rim. Dances short and corralled by Gilmore of Oldham. Now Ruffin. Left-hand shovel around the horn. And Powell with the stride baseline. Reverse layup. You can see that sea parting from up top.
Well, when the defense goes out and they take that big step, usually that catches them off guard.
Bishop very strong underneath. 2 attempts, nothing to show for it. Oldham with a rebound. Gilmore, far corner, and he has it poked away from behind. Out to Bishop. A lot of activity and an Oldham foul in front court.
We got a lot of subs in right now for both teams, and it's not very pretty this last minute or so.
Be the 5th Oldham County foul. And now a half dozen of them. So Shelby now 1 foul away from earning a free throw after the Colonels pick up their 6th team foul. Bishop on the bounce, carving his way in for 2. That's a strong suit of his game, but back at the other end, Oldham answers.
Got to play at both ends.
Ty Wendell with a quick connection. And a 28-7 start. And Powell called for the foul, and 1-1 on the way for Shelby County. First on Powell, so apparently he did not pick up that earlier foul.
Nope. That solved that question.
Stoner for 1-1 for Shelby County. Shoots him at 68%. There's been a Stoner inside this program for years and years, it seems.
Seems like they replenish well.
Stoner again. And the Rockets now 4-4 tonight thus far from the foul line. Ruffin has his shot deflected. Powell off in time.
That'll look good.
And Oldham County a nice start. They lead Shelby County 28-9. Back after this message on glycod.com.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Colonel basketball in backcourt as we welcome you back to Shelbyville 8th Region basketball. Oldham County, a sizable lead over the Shelby County Rockets. Chris LeBar along with Gary Forrest live in Shelbyville. There's a corner three off the mark from Green as he can't guide it in, but Powell there to gobble it up on the backside. A lot of congestion underneath, and the basket in for Powell.
Powell stayed with it.
Powell with 7, so smooth. As Marshall will funnel it around to Ritchie. Nice pass, but the ball can't be reeled in by Marshall. Hit him right in the midst, and there's Powell head up inside the lane. poked around. And the Colonel's there to scoop it away as Luke Ambergy got it. And a player control foul underneath on Schleister. Be the second foul on Schleister. No free throws after the player control. And the Rockets only 2 made field goals thus far. The main catalyst in their 21-point deficit. Marshall has a shot baseline, not going to fall. Backside rebound captured by Bryce Brown. Now Bishop inside the lane. Pruitt attacking the glass and out to the Rockets. So many Colonel bodies, so much depth.
Well, we're having mass substitutions. He's keeping 3 starters usually on the floor at all times, but it also keeps bodies fresh.
There's Bishop handling it in the corner now. He'll have a top of the key. Their leading scorer at 13. He's got 2 thus far. Stoner baseline. Now Brown underneath, muscles it long, and a strong rebound by Luke Ambergy for OC. Green in transition for 3. Follow Ambergy, and it's going to be out of bounds to the Colonels.
Wants to Green a little bit quick on the trigger there. A second or 2 more, he gives his teammates a chance to get in position for rebounds.
Rejected out of there by Marshall, and then a travel at half court on Bryce Brown.
Well, right now, Shelby with their 8th turnover surpasses what they've done on the board so far, and that's never a good thing.
Hayden Burgess in. He will replace Oldham County's Ty Wendell. He gave the Colonels a few good minutes. I think that's all Oldham wants out of that position. Powell relays it foul line. Ambergy, now Burgess catches it, keeps it up top, and put it in.
Well, Burgess is fortunate. He got away with a big man's disease. He caught it and brought it down. They probably missed him earlier. But once again, that's a shot last year. I don't know if he had the strength to finish it.
Burgess with 10, and he's going to get a piece of that deflection. Here comes Powell for the Colonels. And Powell watches the ball trickle out of play. Will be Oldham ball underneath. Shelby County going to send on Amari Downs. Where do the points come from for the Rockets?
Well, that's just it. You know, they're stuck on 9. That's the way they ended the first quarter. And as we mentioned before the game, they're offensively challenged.
Burgess faces up a strong drive. Shot not going to fall. Ambergy, a strong rebound. Loose on the floor. Now Ambergy will be whistled. That should send Stoner back for 1 and 1.
You know, Chris, Shelby with 9 points right now offensively, and 4 of those have come off the free throw line. So really, more than almost half of their points from the free throw line. That's not a good thing either way.
So 1 and 1 for Stoner. He'll earn the bonus. Ambergy, not sure how you feel about this, Coach. Reminds me a bit of Xander Wagner-Rose, the way he plays.
It just makes things happen. Very active, I think, would probably be the best analogy for him.
I think they might have the same jersey number, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Wagner-Rose,
23. Yep.
Two-year starter, graduated last year. 2 free throws for Stoner. He's 4 of 4. There's Burgess. Diagonal look, Powell. Shelby wanted to travel, none given, and Powell kisses it in.
I think they probably had a good case for that. Looked like Powell got in a little bit of a hurry and drug that foot.
You say happy feet sometimes,
yeah.
Don't you? Powell with 9. 34-11. Colonels with a lead as we tiptoe under 5 in this half. Nice extra pass, and Pruitt will lay it in. Nice pass by Brown, and Oldham wants a 30-second timeout. Colonels leading large tonight in Shelbyville. We're back in just a minute on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing. proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Colonels call their first timeout as we welcome you back. 34-13 Oldham. Skip past Green left corner, and now Green will float it to Gilmore. He played 3 nice minutes in the first quarter, did Gilmore. 5 points in that stead as Powell will throw it away. Intercepted by Bishop of Shelby, and Bishop being ridden up the floor laid it in anyway. Bishop with 4, both via the slash variety. And Shelby now with 4 consecutive. Post-entry Burgess, and he's fouled. Bishop the guilty party. And only the 3rd this half on Shelby County. Max Green will float it in. Talking with Coach Zerhusen in about September, he raved about Green. And here Green, a sophomore, starting already, and the layup in for Powell. Powell with 11. And Oldham matches their longest lead. Foul line jumper a little bit long from Downs as it danced long. And the rebound secured by Green. Thrown away by Gilmore. Downs in the passing lane. A high arcer. And Roush will procure the loose ball. As Oldham trying to tack on more, they lead by 21. Burgess dancing baseline for 2 more. $16 for Burgess. Check that, that's only 12 for Burgess, I beg your pardon. Brown top of the key. Here comes the double team. Powell chasing him from behind. Burgess with a block. And a foul given.
That was sort of that oops. The whistle blew, and I think the official had to call something. That was from what they've let them play through tonight to make that call. But I think sometimes officials are cognizant of the scoreboard and said, well, we'll call that on them anyway.
Second foul on Burgess as Brown will steer in the free throw. So Shelby County 7 of 7 tonight from the foul line. The lead trimmed to 22. Brown, a 6'1" senior. He'll guide that one home as well. So Coach Blake Traylor has to be pleased with his free throw shooting tonight. Perhaps that's all. Burgess down low, up and in again.
Oldham falling back into man-to-man, trying to work on that, changing defenses a little bit.
An overplay and a foul on Cooper Roush. That's the 10th team foul, so 2 free throws the rest of the way.
I would suppose if there is a fault that you could find in Oldham is, you know, they got to be smart enough to realize you just can't keep fouling these guys, putting them on the line. That's the only thing they've showed to be very proficient at. Foul
on Roush. As that free throw off the mark, as you see from Bishop. 3 Colonels in. It'll be Sleester, Ruffin, and Brady Guest. So Oldham has gone 11 deep in this half. Is that free throw guided home? And a near steal in backcourt. Now Green floats it across to Burgess. Hands to Green, poked away, angled ahead, and Downs. He's going to plow over a Colonel, but apparently Guest was not set. So Shelby back to the stripe. This will be Downs. And Oldham County yet to shoot a free throw in this half. Is that free throw a little bit long? And Shelby County unofficially 9 of 11.
Well, they were going well until you bragged on them a minute ago. Then the next guy up missed one.
Just two. Downs again. He's on the board. Colonel's led by 19 after one. It's now a 21-point Oldham advantage. And Burgess double team from behind. Finally, the ball angled out to Schleister. Green, a three. Got it! Green with 8. And Brown a little bit out of sorts there and out of control. Ruffin, the recipient of that turnover. Ruffin inside the lane. And he'll strut the stripe for 2.
I think Ruffin might have got away with a little pitter-patter walk down there just then before the foul, but either way, he's going to shoot free throws.
Ruffin in his 4th game of the year, a nice-looking football prospect. Very talented player. Free throw up and in. Does he remind you of anybody throughout your coaching career?
No, he's just a good athlete. It's awfully hard to say this early.
Ruffin connecting on both those. 45-19. Colonel's in command. Under 2 minutes in this first half as Bishop slippery in the lane and a crafty basket. He's got a half dozen. 45-21. There's Ruffin inside the lane. Extra pass, Burgess.
Ruffin with a great assist. Knew exactly what he wanted, gave Burgess time to roll, and hit him with a pick and roll.
Burgess with 16. And Brown trying to come to a jump stop, collided with. And Shelby back to the foul line. Colonel's back in action on Monday, a 3-game tournament in Taylor Mill, Kentucky. They'll play at Scott County on Monday. At last glance, the pairings yet to be released for that tournament.
Scott High, Chris.
Oh, did we say Scott County?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Scott High. That's a big difference.
Yeah, well, they get confused quite a bit.
Up in Taylor Mill.
That's the sister school of Simon Kenton.
I don't think I knew that. Long free throw from Brown out. Downs out to Bishop. Bishop inside the lane finds Brown a deep corner 3. And a high arcing rebound secured by Ambergy. Schleister in the open floor. Weaves left corner, Guest for 3. Unselfish pass by Schleister. Outlet pass, Bishop. Marshall, Jay-Sean Marshall, long. And Ambergy claims the rebound. Oldham trying to run away with this one. Nice overplay by Bishop as he'll get a hand on it. Ambergy up and in as Ambergy finds Ty Wendell. A 21, check that, a 31-point advantage and an unforced turnover. Guest left corner. Guest uncorking another one. And that may close this half as Oldham County in full command. Bishop's 3 off the mark. 55-21 at the half. Colonels putting it to Shelby County, and we're back after this on Glycod.com.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Kyle at 502-550-1489. That's Metro Windows at 502-550-1489.
Back live at Shelbyville, Kentucky. Chris LeBar along with Gary Forrest. Our producer tonight is DK Goss, Tenny on Atiri on camera. Quite an exhibition, Gary, by Oldham. A huge lead at half.
Very much so, Chris. Good for Oldham. They've been able to play a lot of kids. Not so good for Shelby, because the pressure's exposed that they don't handle the ball very well, and they don't shoot the ball very well. As looking at the stats here, 7 for 22 from the field. The free throw line is the area where it kept things, I won't say decent, but that was their biggest scoring opportunities.
Colonels do have 2 free throw attempts in that half. I want to correct myself. Justin Ruffin buried both of those. Oldham County scoring at ease, many capacities. Sam Powell, 11. Hayden Burgess, 16. Max Green, 8. And just making it look easy.
Very much so. Just giving them an opportunity to play some kids. The ones you look at are your 6th, 7th, 8th man. They get a little more time than usual, that they get to work with the 4, maybe 3 or 4 of the starters, so that's always a plus and stuff. But Shelby's turned the ball over 11 times. Oldham's only turned it over 6. So everywhere you look, Oldham has doubled them in rebounds, 15-7. Just everything going Oldham's way. Nothing more or less than we didn't expect tonight.
Tempo is so important, and you talk about that almost every night from the beginning. Oldham County, they've exerted their will. They've come out and they've pressed, and Shelby County, no answers. That's
well, you can talk about tempo to kids till you're blue in the face, but then when they see that open shot and they let it fly. But chances are, unless you practice against pressure like that every day, you don't have people ready to rebound. You don't have the shooter ready to shoot it. Most kids will say, but Coach, I was open. But there's a reason you're open. It falls within the scheme of what Oldham tries to get you to do, shoot the ball quickly, and they're betting that you're not going to make it, and they're going to get the rebounds, and they're off and running.
Take a look at a couple of the replays. That was Hayden Burgess with one of his 8 made field goals, and here you see Sam Powell inside taking it up for 2 more. And Powell and Burgess, the 2 lead guys, Max Green a contributing factor, but then you look at all these bench points. Guest with 6, Wendell 4, Ambergy 4. Just a lot of different ways to beat you.
And that's what Coach Zurhusen is looking for. He kind of knows what those first 5 guys can do. That's why they're out there. They've earned that ability. But to play the way he wants to play, he needs that 6 through 9. He needs to have a clue where those guys are. And then your roles start being shaped for the rest of the season.
So the Rockets led tonight. Kyrie Bishop with 7 points. Malik Stoner with 4, all on made free throws. Dallas Mercer 3. Gavin Pruitt 2. 2 points for Marshall and 2 points for Bryce Brown. As you see some more of those replays, Oldham County in domination mode at half. They lead 55-21. Take a quick break. Be back for more high school basketball coverage on Glycod.com, and we'll have that for you right after this.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Thanks to our great sponsors tonight on Glycod.com, Anderson Sales and Service, LaGrange Service Center, and Metro Windows, just to name a few. And we are back live at Shelby County High School. Chris LaBar along with the coach, Gary Forrest. Oldham County in full command as we get set for this second half. An abbreviated second half with the speed-up clock in effect at any margin exceeding 35 points.
Yeah, that's probably the best way in the world to shut me up. Unplug me.
I think that was an incidental error.
There you go.
Sometimes things work out for the best, though.
Probably so.
Rockets in possession as Ritchie has it baseline. He'll float far sideline to Jay-Sean Marshall. Oldham led by 19 after one, and there you see the 34-point lead as we have begun play in this half, and Max Green called for the palm.
Well, that's just Green not being real focused, and it's sure something that the coach will remind him of a little bit. You know, whatever the score is, you have to come out and you have to play focused. We were mentioning early the 35-point, what they call the mercy rule. Good rule for basketball. No one's here to embarrass anyone, and you know, if it gets to be 35 or more, it's a running clock, and it's probably a good thing.
Bishop will handle up top. Colonel's in a straight man as Bishop blows by Powell, and Burgess from the backside to challenge that shot. Same starters for Oldham. It's Powell, Green, Roush, Burgess, Schleister. And Burgess finds Schleister baseline, lays it in. His first field goal, and Burgess shows you the whole arsenal with a great pass.
Well, it's good to see Burgess kept the ball up high that time, and Schleister being the recipient of the back cut.
Downs far corner. And now Bishop inside the lane. Back from Pruitt. Bishop tries to create space. Burgess, backside block. Trickles to Green. Powell, transition three. Off the back support, Shelby County possession.
Powell a little bit quick on the trigger there. I think he's being reminded of that by Coach Syracuse. And, you know, one more second, you get the same shot, but then you have rebounders underneath.
And Marshall will handle for Shelby. Rockets' lone win occurring versus Carroll County. Won that by 27. Green with the deflection causing the turnover. And that ball swiped away, gathered by Marshall. Outlet pass, Downs. And he's going to float it out near sideline for a turnover. Rockets sped up that time, and that's what happens so often against Colonel opponents. As Coach mentions, throughout many of our seasons, teams get enticed to playing that fast, not accustomed to it. Schleister angles it down low, Burgess, and Pruitt called for the body.
You know, both Burgess and Pruitt about the same body size. Pruitt might outweigh Burgess a little bit, so it's kind of a nice little battle of the two big kids down on the block. Burgess right now getting the big
Burgess
advantage.
Baseline, crawling baseline, missed the bunny. Roush couldn't connect. Bishop follows a long layup, and Bishop perhaps his best basket of the night. Coast to coast with a left. As we slide under 5 in this third, Green being ridden up the floor, and there is a foul. Wanted to get your thoughts on Coach Mason before we signed off tonight, Coach. You heard Blake Traylor talk about Coach Mason and his heritage and legacy here.
Very much so. I started off when I was at Oldham coaching against Coach Mason, and was fortunate for us. We were able to beat him in a big regional game my first year. They'd beaten us twice during the season handily, and we were fortunate enough to beat them in the semis and went on to win the region. But what a great competitor.
Downs will float it in the lane to Bishop. There's a corner three that's going to trickle off. And Green brings down the Oldham rebound. A little bit out of control there as it's poked from behind by Downs. Bishop drives, and Powell there to foul him.
Three turnovers by Green to start this third quarter, and that's just not being real focused. You know, he's like a lot of young guys. He looks up, he sees the scoreboard, the Colonel's up a bunch. But, you know, you're the point guard. You have to handle the ball. And I know Coach Suryusen is not happy about it, and I think he just reminded him a minute ago.
Bishop's free throw in, so Kyrie now with 10, closing in on his 13-point average. 24-point season high in their loss versus Seneca. And Bishop now with 11. Back to a 34-point Oldham lead. This one never been in doubt as Powell will handle up top. Floats near wing Green. Roush baseline. Powell a freed up three. And Burgess digs out that long rebound and travels. Maybe so much concentration to keep it up high, he lost his footing.
Well, you know, as a coach, you can live with that, but I know the first half he had a case of the I just want to drop it down to my waist, and he makes a 6'8" frame into about a 5'2" frame. Colonel's back now, looks like a 3-2. So working on different defenses. There's no reason to continue to pressure. Now it's working on making yourself better.
Green and Roush up top with Schleister for Oldham.
Trying to match the shooters out of this 3-2, if you will.
Bishop foul line, bounces over to Brown. Downs tries a three. His first field goal, Shelby County is now connected on 2 threes tonight. And a 59-28 Oldham County advantage. Burgess maneuvers left, and they're going to count that basket. Okay.
Well, yeah, I think it's probably merit. You didn't expect it. It looked a little awkward for a big guy, but he kind of knew what he was doing.
I guess that does count. So Burgess with the basket, his 18th point. Give him 19. Just over 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Bishop soft spot of that zone. Now Brown bodied up, and Powell shoves him from behind. Now Stoner will find Bishop up top. Post entry deflected out off of a Colonel. Gary now back on the air tomorrow. Simon Kenton at South Oldham. Have that for you starting coverage at 7 right here on Glycott. Green with a rebound from Powell. And a lot not to like on that sequence as here come the Rockets driving Bishop, and they'll turn it over on their own.
Well, great job on Powell's behalf, hustled back. Unfortunately for the Colonels, the last turnover credited to Green, and that was his 5th turnover of the quarter. So it's all about staying focused.
Here's Justin Ruffin on for Oldham. Perhaps his role increases as this season goes on. Very talented sophomore. And Ruffin will float it in the corner to Roush. Diagonal. Powell back to Amberge as Oldham showing signs of holding it for one here. Hedging on the screen, Bishop at 6. Swiped and thefted by Stoner, running the floor. Bishop lays it in at the horn. Bishop with 6 in the quarter, and that's going to close the third frame. Oldham County on top over Shelby, 62-30. 8 minutes to play from Shelbyville.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Welcome back to Shelbyville, 62-30. Colonels on top over Shelby. Oldham has led throughout in this one, and 8 minutes away from their 6th win in 8 games to start this year. Hayden Burgess leading all scorers with 19. Sam Powell has 11. And it will be Colonel ball to start as Ruffin floats it to Levi Gilmore. Amberge couldn't hang on to that pass, and Gilmore from Roush back to Roush for Oldham. Ruffin triggers a 3. Follow Amberge, no. Backside rebound, that's Ty Wendell. And it's going to trickle out off of a Shelby County Rocket.
Well, this hadn't been a pretty start to the fourth quarter. Colonels have kicked it around under the basket. 3 shot attempts, 3 rebounds, and they're still in control. Basket underneath, out of bounds.
Nudged in play, Amberge from Ruffin. And a foul on Shelby. A lot of action there, and finally that whistle blows. The 4th team Shelby foul. Fourth whistled on Bishop as Ruffin triggers in. You mentioned the Colonels working on that 3-2 zone on defense. What do they work on this segment on offense?
Well, now that you've got subs in, you go back to working on what you normally work on because, you know, you got your subs in there and you want them to get better. So one of the subs from this far end of the bench makes his way in. So, you know, everybody getting their minutes tonight.
That'll be Wes Alexander, 6'1" senior. Lobbed, intended for Roush, and gobbled up by Mercer. Bishop near wing. Bishop inside the lane, lays it in, and a foul on Oldham.
Well, Bishop is all right. The Colonels haven't figured that out. He doesn't shoot the jumper very much. Everything's on dribble drive, and as long as they continue to let him go right, you know, he's going to do positive things.
Bishop with 8 this half, 15 now for the game. Foul on Oldham County on that trip, and the rebound captured by Mercer, and the Rockets will reload. Inside the lane, Bryce Brown slides to the basket for 2.
Well, Brown made a opposite hand layup, fall away basket. Don't see those very often, but you know, right now Shelby will take anything they can get their hands on.
Wes Alexander, his stint was brief as he is off being coached up at the top of your screen by Coach Zerhusen. And Cameron Roush, a sophomore, is in. So Oldham County emptying the bench tonight under 5 minutes. as Roush will handle it left wing. Great find underneath. Wendell captures it. Guest, top of the key. Guest with 2 big threes late in the first half for Oldham. Gilmore drives. Gets his own rebound and puts it in.
Just doing it sort of the hard way, but they'll count them. But more importantly, the clock continues to run.
That's one of those plays that will show up in film on both sides. The effort by Gilmore, but for Shelby, you allow the fellow that shoots the ball to come get the rebound. And that shot off the mark. Ambergy digs it out. Guest tries a 3. Nice looking stroke. It won't go in. And Bishop still playing hard. Gobbles up the Rocket rebound. Bishop drives and coughs it up. Ambergy out to Guest with 3:57 left. Guest being smothered. Floats to Gilmore. Roush 3. Grazing off the front, and there's a Guest foul in backcourt. And the Colonels with a rebound from Guest. Roush will handle it for Oldham with 3 minutes to play. So Alexander now back in for Oldham.
I think Alexander might have got what we call the coach's reminder after his first abbreviated stint. So we'll see if he stays in a little longer this time.
Alexander rifles it to Cameron Roush. Unevaded layup for 2. That's going to be Downs off the loose ball turnover.
Well, that was unfortunately for Alexander, not a very good pass, and he got intercepted, and the result was a wide open layup.
Timeout on the floor. Oldham in command. 2:38 to play from Shelbyville.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Shelby County using one of their timeouts here for a coaching opportunity by Blake Traylor. As the Rockets now with 2 timeouts remaining in a 28-point Oldham County lead. Well, you've seen most of the 8th region teams to date. Who do you like the best at this point?
Well, I haven't seen Woodford, and they're the dark horse. You know, everybody, they've got 6 transfers, so everybody says, they were solid last year.
Alexander wanted that one so badly, and the play on results in a basket and a foul. Cameron Roush scooped it up and put it in.
So Woodford is the one that I'm interested in seeing. Comparative scores. Grant lost to him by a couple. I think Simon lost to him by about 9 or 10. So Oldham lost to him early.
Yeah, Colonels lose by 12 in Versailles. Hayden Penn back as well for the Jackets in addition to those transfers you mentioned. Just over 2 minutes to play. Bishop on the bounce. Downs, a triggered 3. Backside rebound gobbled up. That was Ty Wendell.
Wendell, the last 2 games I've seen him play, has come off the bench. He's given them solid workmanship minutes inside, and, I know that's what Coach looks for.
Like his play, Ty Wendell. Seemed like Oldham's had those type of kids for a number of years. And Gilmore, perhaps another one of those useful bench players. He'll handle it far sideline.
Well, if Gilmore keeps dribbling it out in front of him, he's going to get picked again because the guy measured him 2 times in a row and was able to knock it away. So let's see if he's learned anything from that. Even though that player was subbed out, he better protect the ball a little better.
Pitched in backcourt. Back to Gilmore. Roush left-hand dribble, lays it up long, and a rebound plucked down by Stoner, Malik Stoner. Under a minute to play. Nudged forward. And the whistle blows, and a Shelby County foul in transition. Oldham will improve to 6-2. Shelby falling to 1-5. Rockets in action again Tuesday at Cal.
Go
ahead.
Chris, that foul was made with 50 seconds to go with the running clock. It's run all the way down to 30 seconds, so.
Cameron Roush free throw in. Before we sign off, I want to say a huge thank you to Shelby County Athletics for their support of Glycod.com, allowing us to broadcast tonight. Second free throw on the way, and that's going to dance off from Roush. And Bryce Brown with a rebound. 68-36. Colonels average 69 on the year.
Not the good place to dribble behind your back in the middle of the floor when the defensive players are hedging you. And that might bring this game to a merciful end.
Rockets will try a deep three. That one's blocked in a fitting conclusion with a handshake at half court. And Oldham County a winner tonight, 68-36 over Shelby County. We will be back, wrap things up, have our Anderson Sales and Service Most Outstanding Players, that and more when we return to Glycod.com after this.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing.
Welcome Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts. 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center. Design that feels like home.
(68-36) final score tonight. Oldham County dominating Shelby County, and I think, first of all, for the Colonels, a lot to like tonight from this effort.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, they have 55 points the first half. They score 13 points the second half because of the running clock and playing a lot of guys off the bench, giving them valuable minutes.
Got unofficially 9 Colonels scored. Hayden Burgess, 19 points. Sam Powell with 11. Max Green has 9, but a lot of points off the bench. You've got Wendell 4, Guest 6, Ambergy 4, Ruffin 3. Just a lot of depth to this outfit.
Yeah, fun to watch tonight. You have to be careful in games of this nature. A lot of times, you know, people start thinking points and things of this sort, but I really didn't see that tonight out on the floor.
Shelby County, Kyrie Bishop led them with 15 points. Didn't handle the pressure well, and that really set the tone for them.
No, very much so. And we said starting the game that the pressure created by the tempo that matched what Oldham wanted really was the downfall for Shelby early.
You see our most outstanding players, Sir Anderson Sales and Service. Oldham County, Hayden Burgess, a strong effort for him. And for Shelby County, Kyrie Bishop leading them with 15 points. We will take one more quick break, be back to wrap things up after this Colonels win, 68-36. Back in just a minute on Glycod.com.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Putting the finishing touches on an Oldham County win tonight. Hayden Burgess again, Kyrie Bishop, congratulations. They are our Anderson Sales and Service most outstanding players, Oldham County, with a nice win tonight over Shelby. Now we transition to tomorrow, Coach, and it should be a competitive game, I think, Simon, Kenton, and South Oldham.
Well, once again, two opposite styles. You know, South want to get it up and down the floor and shoot threes, and Simon in sort of a rebuilding year. We saw him a week ago down at North Oldham. Plays hard, a little short on talent right now, figuring out their roles. So, you know, they're in that 50 scoring range, and South always loves to be in upper 60s and 70s.
We will have that one for you. Tip at 7:30, coverage beginning right here on Glycod.com at 7 o'clock. That'll do it for Coach Gary Forrest, our producer tonight, DK Goss, Tenny Onateri on camera. I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Shelbyville. We'll see you tomorrow night for more high school basketball here on Glycod.com. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, outdoor equipment specialists who make your life easier. By Metro Windows, installers of high-quality windows. By Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. By LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. By Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home. By State Farm Agent Leslie Gilley, Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, Roy's Body and Glass Shop, and by Lawson Financial.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.